Another draft, another year, and another phenomenal picture with Ron McLean and my number one man, Don Cherry. We got Rutu, we got Eberle, we got Lafreniere, we got Lawrence, we got Big Mac, Franklin McKenzie. We also got Agent C. Let's hop into the draft. Let's go. Here we are, the Nhl Entry Draft, a place that has been very, very kind to your Saskatchewan Stags. What's going on, and welcome back once again. In the last video, we ended up missing out on the postseason, which was a little bit surprising. We really didn't play that great towards the end of the year. We were 8-10-2 to end off the last 20 games, and I said it in the last episode, that's just simply not good enough. But something I noticed as I was editing the video, we got to talk about Chubbs. Now, he's 19 years old. He had a pretty decent rookie campaign, 37 points. It's not bad. He was a 6th overall selection, but early on in his career, he's now dropped to a medium top 6. He was medium elite. So I don't know what's going on. I feel like we've played him properly. Would you guys agree? We put him in the best position in the American Hockey League. He ripped it up. He's definitely ready for the NHL, and he comes in, has a pretty good year. I mean, as far as rookies go, it's not terrible, but then he drops to a medium top 6. So that's a little bit concerning. We're definitely going to keep a close track on Chubbs, because I don't know what the deal is there, but Sugimoto's up to a 91 if you missed it in the last episode. Braden Shen is an 89. Jesper Fast, the 70-point man, is an 84 overall. So that's awesome. What a find that guy's been. We're going to have... He's actually on a very fair contract as well, so 70 points for $3.2 million. I'll take that all day, every day. So before we hop into the draft, this one could be a long one, so go ahead, get some snacks. We could be here for a little while. Generally, when I do the trade deadline episode, it's generally a little bit shorter than usual because I have to cut out a ton of the trades that don't work. I don't want to have you guys hanging around for an hour and a half just with me trying all these trades that don't work. So I got to cut a lot out of my recording. So generally, trade deadlines are a little bit shorter than usual videos, but we're going to get the draft done, the re-sign stage, free agency, and then we're going to hop into next year. But what I want to do, I'm a little bit interested in seeing some of the other teams around the NHL. Like, for example, Bobby Lemieux, the 2nd overall pick behind Hiroyuki in last year's draft, and this was his rookie year. He had 15 goals, 24 assists. That's a pretty decent rookie campaign, almost 40 points as a defenseman. That's pretty damn good for the Washington Capitals there and Bobby Lemieux. Although I still think, and everyone still kind of thinks, that Jack Hughes should have been in that selection, but anyways, we'll move on. So for the Winnipeg Jets, they are Capo Caco. Obviously, he's 19 years old, had 44 points in his rookie campaign. It's not terrible. I know I could just go to rookie skaters around the NHL, but I kind of want to see what all the other teams are rocking here going into the year 3 draft. Obviously, Jack Hughes, complete stud. Let's have a look at Boris Yakupov here, the big guy from Nashville. Where is he? Okay, so he had 20 goals and 0... Wait, what? So he had 20 goals, and in the AHL last year, he had 7 goals and 1 assist. So now this is actually funny because UC Partanen from our Seattle franchise mode, who funny enough also played for the Nashville Predators, kind of had the same thing going on where he would score like 27 goals and get like 4 or 5 helpers. But to not get a single assist... Boris Yakupov, pure sniper. I mean, his shooting category is at 5 stars, but damn, that's interesting. Look at his physical category. Oh my God, he's a freak of nature. 6'7", 239, putting up a 20 spot in his rookie year. That's unbelievable. Now, Florida, they got a couple of those rookies. They got Oscar Gormley, had 43 goals. I think he's a playmaker. No, he's a two-way forward, but had 43 goals, looking like a sniper there. Medium franchise. Him and Barkov down the middle, that's just going to be nasty. Oh my God, they also have Nicholas Backstrom and Vinny Trocheck. Oh my God, their center core is just ridiculous. So they got Barkov, Trocheck, Nicholas Backstrom, and Oscar Gormley. So 4 centers with over 60 points. Okay. So just for fun, let's see if the Oilers have done anything in order to keep McDavid in Edmonton. They got Vladimir Sobotka, so that's just a blockbuster. Oh my God, you guys got to do something. You guys got to get someone for McDavid to play with here. Obviously, Chicago, we know all about them. Hulkenberg, they got Kilzakin, they also got Seidenberg. They do have all that offensive power, but they have no goaltending, although they do have that franchise guy that they drafted. So now I think that's everyone. There's a few guys like Vinny Zapp and that Vinquist guy who haven't quite cracked the NHL roster yet, but I guess we can hop into the draft here. One thing I want to do is I want to talk about the draft. Now, we got a ton of comments all about this Raymond character. I don't know if you guys are like a Raymond fan club or not, but there was so many comments saying trade for Raymond. You got to trade up for the pick to get Raymond. Raymond. Apparently everyone loves Raymond. Haha, see what I did there? Very clever. Central Scouting has him at number 8. We pick number 11. So if we are going to move up, obviously we're going to have to somehow make a trade go through to move up to pick up Lucas Raymond. I think it's either going to be Lucas Raymond or Quinton Byfield are the two guys I really want. Unfortunately for us, we're just on the outside looking in. So if we are going to make a trade to trade up, I think it should be for one of these two guys. But everyone's saying Quinton Byfield doesn't grow, and there is some truth to that. I have seen multiple franchise modes where he tops out at like 85. I saw one where he got to 87, but there's been a few where I have seen him not even grow at all or not even progress. So I'm definitely leaning more towards Lucas Raymond. Now, a lot of you guys are all over this guy. There's been so many comments. So maybe Lucas Raymond is going to be our guy. A skilled right-wing playmaker. I mean, what's not to love? So in order to spice up the draft a little bit, I went ahead and I maxed out our trade block. So if you put your wants the exact same as your surplus, you're going to get an influx of trades. You're going to get a ton of offers. Now I've put our first, James Neal and Boone Jenner, on the trade block, not to trade our first for anything else, but to use our first for a trading chip to potentially move up. Just throwing it out there. All right, so the NHL Entry Draft, a place that's been very, very kind to us. But before we get started, before we do any of this, I have a comment here from FaZe Flexer. He says, hold up. Slow down, we're only in year 2 of this young team. This rebuild doesn't need to be rushed. I agree with you, 110%. So that's the reason why I don't think I'm going to go too crazy at the draft. I'm not going to mortgage our future to, maybe trade up 1 or 2 picks. If I can make it work, if I can move up to like 9, if I can move into the top 10, I will try to pick either Quinton Byfield or that Lucas Raymond kid. A lot of you guys really want me to go after Raymond, so that might be the move. So looking at some numbers here, this Chase Versey kid out of the USHL put up some serious points. 98 points in 68 games, and he's scouted to go number 6. Obviously, I'd love to move up and select him, but there's no way we're going to be able to move up that far. A lot of you guys were talking about Perfetti as well. You guys were saying he's also medium elite right out of the draft, but I think it would be too much to go ahead and to trade up for these guys. Perfetti would be perfect, but it's either going to be Quinton Byfield or Lucas Raymond. So let's go. The Arizona Coyotes are walking up to the stand, and they're going to make a franchise-altering selection. Cedric Corey going to the desert, reuniting with Oliver Ekman-Larsson and all the boys from Arizona. Medium franchise, 85 overall. He is going to absolutely tear up the West Coast. Now, the Vegas Golden Knights, who are they going to select at number 2? We should be getting some trade offers here. They get Alexis Lafreniere, however you want to pronounce it. There is their first line left winger for the next 20 years. What a stud. Now, the New York Islanders, they can go, who else is there? Who's scouted to go number 3? I think it's that Eberle guy. Rutu, Lawrence, and then it's going to be Eberle. So it should just go 1, 2, 3. I don't think there's going to be any real surprises. There's Mr. Rutu, 78, medium elite. The Detroit Red Wings, all right, they pick Lawrence. Now, if I was smart, if I was that Edmonton Oilers GM, I wouldn't pick the defensive defenseman. I know that Eberle guy is still there. You don't need another Eberle. You don't need him. He's already dropped. You should go for Chase Versey. This guy can put up points. He can dish the puck. He's going to be Connor McDavid's right winger till the end of time. Please, Edmonton, for the love of Connor McDavid, do not pick Eberle, the defensive defenseman. Give Connor someone to play with. There you go. Genius move. Absolutely genius. They go ahead and they pick him. He's 80 overall, medium elite. Damn, I didn't even notice that. He could have went number 2. Oh my God, 80 overall. Edmonton, you didn't screw up. Congratulations. All right, so it looks like that Eberle guy dropped. Interesting. Okay, interesting. So they could either go with Eberle or Cole Perfetti. Now, Perfetti looks really, really, really good. Out of Saginaw. Now, the thing is with our team, a second-line center is something that we definitely need because Hiroyuki is not a center. If you guys have been paying attention, his face-offs suck. So he is going to have to be moved to the wing. That's where he was playing the whole year. Had a really good rookie campaign, so I'm not worried about that. Our wingers are set. So a part of me wants to get Quinton Byfield or Cole Perfetti. So let's see if we can work with the Rangers here, moving up 5 spots in the draft. Realistically, what do we have to give up? I'm thinking we have to give up our first and probably a second from next year, as well as a player like Boone Jenner or someone. Boone Jenner actually jumped up to like 82 overall, so he actually has a decent amount of trade value, and he's actually a serviceable player. So if we could like just throw this at them, I mean, they don't want to get rid of their pick. Oh man, what do we do here? What do we do? So I think Perfetti is number 1 on my list, and then it's going to be Quinton Byfield / Lucas Raymond. So if I could get Perfetti, that would be awesome. I know he's medium elite. A lot of you guys were telling me that is the case. So if I could get by with giving a third, that would be better than a second, and we give them Boone Jenner. I don't know if it's going to go through. It's kind of just seems like just kind of shooting my shot here. Will this go through for the 6th? We move up 5 spots, give them a third, and Boone Jenner. Oh my God, you accepted the trade? Are you kidding me? New York, are you serious? You seriously accepted that? Oh my God. Okay, hold on. I was not expecting that to go through at all. I guess Boone Jenner had a decent amount of trade value. To think I was going to offer them a second, damn, that's a good thing I didn't offer them a second. I gave them a third instead, but okay. I'm actually a little bit shocked here because I didn't think we were going to make that happen. So we basically gave up a third and a guy who we weren't even using this year to move up 5 spots in the draft. That's a big win. All right, let's go. Perfetti. Is that how you pronounce his name, or is it Perfetti? Oh man, is this another James Viggetti thing coming on? Cole Perfetti. 5'11", 197. Now basically everyone in the comments was saying Perfetti, Byfield, and Lucas Raymond. They're all going to be medium elite. Now Perfetti is the only one who's unknown. These guys were pretty much know they're going to be medium elite, so I'm kind of taking a risk here. I'm kind of trusting all my assistant GMs, but Cole Perfetti, oh man, I think this guy's going to be a stud for us. Let's go ahead, let's make our selection. Saskatchewan would like to thank the great city of Montreal for hosting the NHL Entry Draft. We'd also like to congratulate our expansion nemesis, the St. Louis Blues, on their first ever Stanley Cup. And with the 6th selection in the first round, the Saskatchewan Stags are extremely proud to select, out of Saginaw, Cole Perfetti. Welcome to Saskatchewan. Is he medium elite? Thank God he's medium elite. Okay, 76 overall. Not gonna lie, I was a little bit nervous there because I know Quinton Byfield is confirmed, and a lot of you guys were telling me that Lucas Raymond is also medium elite. But I mean, to think we could have even traded up and got that Versi guy, I didn't think we had enough. I thought they were gonna reject our trade and we're gonna have to go back here to Carolina or even to like Los Angeles. I'm very, very impressed that they took that trade. I did not think that was going to happen. So let's see what we could have had. I think Perfetti was the smart choice. I know there's going to be that wild card with Quinton Byfield because some people say he grows and he's the best player ever, and some say he's an absolute bum. But there's also a lot of people who are saying, you know, Lucas Raymond should probably be the guy. But I think a lot of you guys were looking at the fact that we already had Hiroyuki as a center, but he's going to be a winger. I got to move him over to the wing. So Perfetti is going to be potentially our first line center depending on how things roll here, but the Columbus Blue Jackets, are they going to pick that defenseman? Because he's dropped quite a bit. I think his name was Eberle. He's scouted to go number 5, so he's going to drop here. He's dropping hard. Let's go. The Columbus Blue Jackets, they pick Holtz, who is medium elite, 75 overall, so I think we made the better selection there. Buffalo, who are you going to pick? They pick Eberle, who's 63, high top 4, so it's not terrible. overall. So I guess the Hurricanes are going to get Quinton Byfield or Lucas Raymond. Now, our guy was 76 overall. Let's see what Quinton Byfield is. Going to the Hurricanes, he's 75. So you know what? I think that was the right move. Can everyone agree with me here? I think that was the right move. Now, what about Lucas Raymond? Going number 10 to Los Angeles, he's 75 as well. So I think Perfetti was the better of the three. I'm happy about that. We didn't really have to pay a whole lot to move up, so I am pretty pumped up about that. Go ahead and have a look here about everyone else. So here's where we were supposed to pick. A 70 overall medium top 6. I'd much rather pay Boone Jenner and a third and get a medium elite 76 overall. So that's a huge win. That's a massive, massive win for your Saskatchewan Stags. Now, I am interested to see where Big Mac is going to go. Franklin McKenzie, is he going to go to Winnipeg? Where is he going? He is going to Winnipeg, and he's 82 overall out of the draft. Now, I've been quiet about the whole agency and Big Mac, Franklin McKenzie. I've been quiet on them. I don't want to hype it up too much, but it's going to be a lot of fun to see these guys grow. So thankfully for us, we don't have to deal with Agent C. Obviously, he's not in our division, but Big Mac is now in our division with the Winnipeg Jets. So Capo Caco, Patrick Laine, Big Mac, Franklin McKenzie, watch out for the Winnipeg Jets. Oh my God. Let's go have a look here and see if there's any other, medium elites or anyone that we maybe could have got. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot going on in the end of the first round. Let's just see here if there's any like high elites or medium elites or anything. Bunch of just medium top 9s, medium top 6s, medium top 4s, nothing too crazy. Now with our second round pick, I wouldn't mind going after a defenseman here if there's going to be one available. If not, we're just going to take the best player available. Seth Jarvis, or we got Jaromir Pitlick. Seth Jarvis out of the Portland Winterhawks. Let's have a look at this guy. He is a right winger. He had 48 points this year in 66 games in the WHL. It's not great. It's not terrible. So we can go with Jaromir Pitlick or with Clarence here. There's not a defenseman, so I think I'm just going to go with the best player available. He's confirmed medium top 9. Here we go. Seth Jarvis, welcome to the squad. He's 65, medium top 9. All right, he's exactly as advertised. Pitlick was the exact same thing, so there you go. It doesn't look like we made the wrong choice because a lot of these guys are like low 60 overalls. I think we made a pretty good choice there with Mr. Jarvis. I'm happy about that. I'm actually surprised that we haven't got offered any trades because usually when you beef up your trade block, it's usually like insane, just trade after trade after trade, but there's been nothing going on, so I don't know, weird. All right, so with the 94th overall selection, this is our third round. Ooh, we got a okay, hold on here. We got a franchise, although he's not going to be franchised, but he very well could be like low elite or even medium elite. 17 years old. He's got 2 bars franchise. He's only played 4 games. His strength competition was A+. He's a big dude, so he's a big two-way defenseman. Emmanuel Mahalik. Okay, or we could go with Cameron Saprika or Sergei Ovechkin, the most Russian name of all time. You know what? I'm going to take a bit of a chance here on Emmanuel Mahalik. In a couple years, all of our scouting is going to be off the table. It's going to be gone, so let's use and abuse it while we can. This guy could be a bad pick. He's 17 years old, so his overall could be really low. He could be like, I don't know, like 55 overall, like low elite. I don't know. Let's see. Let's take a chance here. I rarely see franchise guys. He is medium elite. Okay, only 49 overall. So it's definitely a project. Yeah, 49 overall. It's a lot of work to do, Emmanuel. Let's get going here. So the players we missed out on were Saprika and Ovechkin. Obviously, looks like Saprika was 59 overall, medium 7th D, and then Fratton was low top 9. So it's a risky pick, low risk, high reward type thing. So I'm pretty happy about that. Ooh, Ovechkin as well is 46 overall, medium elite. So I guess we got the better of the two. 49 overall. I love it. All right, so once again, we're going to use and and abuse our scouts because we're not going to have them for that much longer. Let's go ahead and pick up another defenseman, two-way defenseman, 6'5", 212. He's confirmed medium top 6. Easy money. I'll take that all day, every single day. Still not a single trade offer. I'm very, very surprised. All right, we're going to go ahead and draft a 20-year-old here, Chuck Cahill. He's 20 years old, 6'1", 192. Let's see here. Might have a higher overall, 61. That's not bad, actually. 61, medium, bottom 6. That's pretty damn good for the 5th round. I mean, it's not fantastic or anything. It's not like a home run, but it's pretty decent. Ruslan Paris Hogan. What a Russian name. Let's go ahead and pick him. He seems to be the best player available. A big old Russian sniper, and he is low top 9, 59 overall. So a lot of these guys are AHL top 9, AHL top 2. So yeah, I think we made the right choice there. Still have not selected a goalie. However, there is a goalie right here, Tobias Ramo. We could go him, or we could go with Dylan Cons, he's 19 years old, so he could be pretty decent. Do we go with the goalie? The Finns always seem to crank out all the goalie prospects. So let's go here. Thomas Ramo. What are you looking like? Medium backup 58. Again, it's just not bad. Defense wins championships. So let's go ahead and select another defenseman. This guy is confirmed low top 4 in the 6th round. Again, I'm going to take it, use and abuse the scouting system as much as we possibly can, because next year it's going to be really, really thin. And then after that, it's pretty much going to be gone. With our last selection in this NHL entry draft, we're going to pick the guy with the longest name ever, Jonatan London Anderson. There you go. Welcome to Saskatchewan. He is medium AHL top 6, absolute sniper. Not gonna lie, a pretty successful draft. I did not expect New York to trade us the 6th overall pick. I mean, I guess it makes sense to get like a serviceable player and an additional draft pick. Maybe they had their eye on someone else, so I guess it kind of makes sense. But Perfetti, what a draft pick. And look at 203 there. His name's way too long. They just put J ... That's kind of funny. Now we got a comment here from the assistant coach. I don't know if you guys knew he was the assistant coach or not, or if you caught wind of it, but Brandon Barenfeld, the assistant coach, getting in his 2 cents. He says, this offseason could be interesting, as I think it's the first time in a while some buyout contracts could be necessary depending on your cap. Boone Jenner, already traded, buddy, don't worry about it. And James, not the real deal, Neil, should be primary buyout candidates. If for some reason you only have the flexibility to buy out one, then buy out Boone Jenner. Well, Boone Jenner actually jumped up to an 82, so we used and abused his little amount of trade value, and we got ourselves Cole Perfetti, so I'm pretty happy about that. But I agree with you, James the real deal Neil should be on the way out. Now, I'm not going to buy him out just yet. I'm going to throw him on the trade block for the entirety of the offseason, and then if anything does pop up, say for example a team somehow wants James Neal, I'll pull the trigger, but I'm not going to actively buy him out until the start of next year. What I am going to do is I am going to sign my man Perfetti. I'm going to go out and hang in the American Hockey League, and then I'm going to go ahead and sign everyone else. I know Michael Dal Cole, Adam Larson are the big 2 guys we have to re-sign. Everyone else is going to be relatively easy. And then a whole bunch of players for our American Hockey League team. We also need to sign a couple of goalies as well. So the only 2 big contracts we have to worry about are Michael Dal Cole. So let's get this one done out of the way. He wants a big boy contract. He realizes he is a legitimate National Hockey League player. Now this 3-year contract for Michael Dal Cole is interesting. Almost $4 million per, which is a lot. But I have seen instances where he gets up to 87, 88 overall at the high, at like the very, very extreme. Even if he tops out at 85 and he's getting 65 or 70 points, $4 million, you can't hate on that. You got your opportunity, you made the most of it. Now here's a 3-year window. Do your best, and after that, maybe we'll think about a big boy contract, a real big boy contract. So I'll give you what you want. I'm a nice dude, you know. I wanna keep a friendly relationship, but if you drop to like 72 overall, I will never, ever give another player another chance ever again. All right, now Adam Larson, he's going to want 4.7 for the next 4 years. Now, I'm going to give him a pay increase. I don't want the 4-year deal. I will give you $5 million at 2 years. We have some money to spend, so let's do it. He's a serviceable top 4 player for us. I don't want to have him for 4 years. I don't know if he's going to accept like a 4.7 million, so let's just make it an even $10 million, 2 years, done deal. deal signed, sealed, and delivered. All right, so everything is now done. A lot of those contracts were like AHL guys. A lot of them really didn't matter, but Matthew Perreault said no. He only wanted like 2.2 million, so for 40 points, I guess he can get a little bit of a raise, but TVR said yes, he was cheap. Adam Larson said yes. Michael Dow Cole says absolutely. Then all the rest are just going to be a bunch of AHL guys that I had to give a contract to. Anyone that doesn't want to sign, I'll just go ahead and replace them in free agency because they're all a bunch of people who don't really matter. As terrible as that sounds, they're not going to be a part of our future, so that's fine. They're just guys with like AHL potential, so easy replacements for me, easy. All right, so Matthew Perreault still doesn't want to sign, even though I offered him 2.9 million. I think he initially only wants 2.3 or something. So I'll offer him $3 million. I mean, he is a really good PKer. He does get 40 points a year. I mean, $3 million for 40 points, that's really not that bad. So there you go. If that will work, I'll be happy. And then after this, we have to write down our team, see what we're looking at, and then, oh my God, come on, Perreault. Come on, buddy. I'm going to give him 3.1 million. I mean, he obviously doesn't want to be here, so if he doesn't want to accept that, that's fine. We can replace him in free agency, but that should get it done. Nope. All right, Matthew Perreault, he obviously doesn't want to be here. I've offered him almost $1 million more than what he wants, so we're going to go ahead and let him walk. Good luck, Matthew Perreault. Sorry you didn't want to be here. We'll go ahead and have to replace you in free agency. That sucks. Now, going into free agency, I haven't checked it out yet, and I purposely haven't checked it out because I want to get our team written down, and I want to see what holes we have on our roster. So let me go ahead and do that. I think just immediately looking at it, we're going to need a top 4, ideally a top 2 defenseman, but in my eyes, I classify Justin Falk as a top 2 guy. So I want a guy to play alongside of Justin Falk, and then I want it to be Larson, Hickey, TVR, and then Luke Shen, or maybe Bowen Byram's going to be ready, so maybe we'll have to trade TVR, but I would like to get another 86 85 overall guy to play alongside Justin Falk. That's number 1 on my list, and the next thing is going to be a second line centerman. I don't think Anthony Cirelli is really going to jump up to the 85 86 overall that I initially wanted him to be. I mean, he's going to be a really good third liner for us, which is totally fine. He had 50 points, so he's definitely doing his job. He's playing like a second liner, but I think I want to get someone solid in there, like an 85 or an 86 overall guy. But I'm going to quickly write down what the team's looking like, and then we'll go from there. So here's kind of what I do before every single free agency. I go to our contracts and actually write down on a notepad what our team kind of looks like. So here's kind of what I do. And obviously the X's are something that I would like to improve. So ideally, I want it to be Fast, Shen, Sugimoto, Dalgol, X, and then Hiroyuki, Killer, Cirelli, and then Chubbs, Sunquist, Beagle, and then I guess James Neal if we have to have James Neal. But then it's going to be Falk, X, obviously X being someone I want to go get in free agency. You guys know the rest. And then Markey and Big Germ between the pipes. So let's have a look at free agency here. Again, I haven't looked at it. This is going to be my first reaction with you guys. Ideally, I'd love there to be a second line center and a decent, 86, 87 overall defenseman for me to snag up. That would be awesome. And right away, I see a couple of defensemen. I don't see a center. David Krejci is our best option. 34 years old. I'm not super pumped on that, but I am super pumped on Dougie freaking Hamilton. Absolutely. Coming off of a 54 career year point campaign. I think we shouldn't even hesitate on Douglas, my boy, Dougie Hamilton. I seem to get him in every single franchise mode, but I like Dougie Hamilton. He puts up points. He's cheap enough. He's not quite, that top 2 guy, but he's a really, really, really good top forward. Plus, he knows Justin Falk, so I'm pretty happy about this. Now, there's 3 other teams interested, so if I want to play, I'm going to have to pay. So 6.5, let's go 6 point. What does Justin Falk make? He makes 6.5. Let's go ahead and make 6.75 million for the next 5 years. Now, it's a decent amount to pay, but Dougie Hamilton is a guy who consistently produces, and I mean, I know it firsthand. I wouldn't be this willing to give out a contract of this kind of large term. I'm generally a guy who likes 2 or 3 years, but I know Dougie Hamilton is legit, and he always produces. He rarely goes down in overall, so I'm pretty comfortable with this. Let's go 6.7 just to to make it even. Much more than what you're asking for. Come to Saskatchewan, Dougie Hamilton. Let's go. So Matthew Perreault only wants $2.4 million, even though I offered him 3.1. So he clearly just wanted to get out, which is totally cool. I respect it. Good luck, buddy. A couple of pretty good goalies in free agency. However, we have the two monsters between the pipes. We don't need to worry about a goalie. Absolutely not. Krejci's not a bad option. I mean, he's 34. I mean, are we better off with Anthony Cirelli on the second line? Oh, man. Let me see what we can do regarding some trades here. Let me just have a look around. Let me just browse. Hold on. I was having a look around, and I want to kind of go back to that comment that said, what are you doing? You don't need to rush this. Calm down. You don't need to rush this. We're fine. We don't need a legitimate second-line center. We got Anthony Cirelli, who put up over 50 points this year on not that great of a team. So let's just slow our roll here. Let's see if Dougie Hamilton's going to end up signing on the dotted line. Come on, Dougie. Please sign with the team. Please. There you go, Dougie Hamilton. I was extremely happy to accept your offer. Absolutely you were. Thank you very much. Now, what that means is we now have some extra players we can trade. Yes, that's right. We have Christian Juice and we have Mirko Mueller. Now, they basically don't have any trade value, but combined, it's a decent little chunk. So let's see what we can get. I don't want to trade picks. I don't want to trade prospects. I want to see if there's a player that a team just kind of wants to get rid of. If Corey Perry was a center, that'd be awesome. Kind of know what I mean? Maybe there's a guy who is maybe on his way out, like Charlie Coyle, although he is making a boatload of money for the next 5 years. I'm going to say no on that one. So let me have a quick look around. I'm not going to sacrifice our future, but I feel like we could maybe make something work. Oh man, Detroit wants to get rid of Mikael Granlund. How they have him, I have no idea, but he would be so ideal for this team. I mean, he's making a ton of money, but he is super, super good. His trade value is just a little bit too high. San Jose pretty much wants to get rid of everyone. Now, I have a feeling that TVR is unfortunately going to be on his way out because I just have a feeling that Bowen Byram is going to be NHL ready. So let's see if we can take some precautions here and see if we can... Ooh, a first and a second. Oh, they want Adam Larson, though. I really don't want to part ways with Adam Larson. I really don't. I mean, oh man, a first and a second. Man, what do we do? I just signed Adam Larson. He has an assistant captain on his sweater. Kristen Juice is nice for the second, but we can't really replace Adam Larson. If I trade Adam Larson, that's a huge hole in our defensive core. Then I have to play like Trevor Van Riemsdyk, kind of where Adam Larson is next to Thomas Hickey. But hold on, we'll come back to this. Hold on, hold the phone. Jesper Fast, ooh. Okay, I know Alexiev is really good. I know he gets to be pretty decent. He was a first-round pick, I believe, last year. 2018, sorry. So he's good, 20 years old. I don't want to trade up Jesper Fast right now, so I'm going to say no. I want to have a look at free agency, though. I don't want to trade Jesper Fast right now. Calm down. Give me a second. Hold on. I just want to have a look at free agency, because if we can get a first for Adam Larson, like... is that smart to do, or is that just kind of abusing the system? Because, I mean, we could go out and get, Mike Green, and that would kind of solve our problem. We could just insert Adam Larson for Mike Green straight up 1-for-1, and we can get a first, right? Now that I'm thinking about it, it might not be a terrible idea because, I mean, with Dougie Hamilton and Justin Falk, then we could have Mike Green and Thomas Hickey, and then we can trade Juice and Adam Larson for a first and a second. Seems like it's just too good not to trade, Let me have a look at where they finished last year. Carolina was bottom of the barrel. They were 24th. This is kind of like, if you guys remember, in our Seattle franchise, we got offered 2 firsts for Max Domi, and I was like, oh my god, I don't want to trade Max Domi, but 2 firsts. Like, how can I say no to that? I like Adam Larson, I really do, but I think this is too good to pass up. There's no way we're going to get a first for Adam Larson anywhere else, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to offer a contract to Mike Green. We're going to give him, $4.5 million. I'm going to take the first and the second for Adam Larson and Christian Juice, but I want to wait to see Mike Green. I want to wait till he actually signs the contract. I don't want to just, put myself in a hole. I want to wait till he signs on the dotted line, and then we'll go revisit that Carolina trade. I feel kind of dirty. Okay, so there he is. Mike Green, he's accepted the offer. Christian Juice from Mikkel Balker in a 6th. Nope, I got something way better lined up. I feel kind of dirty because I do like Adam Larson. He's been here since the very start, but you know what? When trade offers like this come at you, you kind of have to take it. A 1st and a 2nd. How you doing, Carolina? Thank you very much. Done deal. It's all said and done. It happened. I know some people aren't super stoked about trading away Adam Larson, but we got Mike Green back. The guy had 30 goals once. I believe he was the last NHL defenseman to score 30 goals. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the stat. Now, TVR for Nick Cousins and a 3rd. This is something I'm going to screenshot and probably come back to it at a later date at the start of the year, because we can get Nick Cousins, who's a cheap 4th line center for us, which is great, and a 3rd for TVR. That's interesting. Okay. Because I think Bowen Byram is going to be NHL ready. A 2nd and a 4th for Corey Perry. No, thank you. I feel a little bit dirty, though. Oh, my God. Jesper Fast for a 1st. Oh, man. See, I know the comments are going to be like, well, if you took the 1st for Adam Larson, you got to take the 1st for Jesper Fast. But Jesper Fast is a little bit different, I think, because he had 70 points. He absolutely killed it. And Buffalo is a really good team, so that pick's not going to be great. I'm going to say no. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to say no. Anthony Cirelli for a 2nd. No, thank you. So basically, we can get a 1st for Jesper Fast. Good to know. I don't want to make the deal, though. In our Seattle franchise mode, this was the trade I was talking about when Columbus came at us with 2 firsts. Although it's for Chubby and for Fast, I'm going to say no on that. Ooh, okay, here's a trade. New Jersey's 1st for our 2nd and TVR. So we have to trade TVR anyways. And who's this guy? He's 20 years old, 64 overall, 2nd round pick. So, I mean, that's a freaking really good trade, right? This is something we might have to do as well. I screenshotted that because that kind of seems like the better of the 2 offers. I'd rather a 1st than Nick Cousins. Hiroyuki, oh my God, they want to trade us Holtz, who was, I believe, he was the pick after Perfetti, I believe. Yeah, he was number 7, so they want to already trade him and a 1st for Hiroyuki. Not happening, buddy, not today. Get out of here, Columbus. Throwing 1sts at us, throwing recently drafted players. What are you doing, Jarmo Kekalainen? It's the start of a new year, so we have another assistant captain to put on a sweater. Now, they already gave it to Sugimoto, obviously Braden Shen. I think that he's earned it already. Justin Falk, there you go, buddy, with the A on your sweater, looking good. Now, the moment of truth, where we figure out if we're getting another 1st for TVR or if we got to play him in the NHL this year. So here's how the NHL roster is looking. We got to change up a couple of things. James Neal has obviously got to go. This is not final at all. I want to see, though. Okay, so that's all looking good, good-ish. And Bowen Byram is an 80. We have to do it. That is something that has to be done. Yep, done deal. So here was the trade. I'm going to see if I can get it done with Mirko Mueller. He's an RFA, so it's just his rights. I think I'm going to have to throw in at least like a 3rd. I don't really want to give up another 2nd, so I'll maybe give it a 3rd for 2022. Will that go through? For a 1st and this guy who was drafted in the 2nd round in 2018. TVR, Mueller, and a 3rd for basically just a 1st. Will that go through? Trade rejected. Okay, so we're probably just going to have to make it exactly what it was. Let's not get greedy here. I know some teams don't like to deal with RFAs, all that stuff. So what about if I made it a 2nd for... You know what? We have 2 seconds. Let's go ahead and just make the original deal. What it was before. A 1st round... Oh! Wait a minute, really? So now you don't want the... I guess I should have pulled the trigger when it happened. Okay, let's see if I can make this a little bit better. What if I took 500K of TVR's cap? Now they don't want our 2nd, so that's interesting. What if I did that? Trade rejected. Still don't want to do it. Okay, so I probably should have made the deal when I had to do it. Makes sense. What if I threw in a 4th? Just for fun? Come on. There you go. Trade accepted. Done deal. All right, so here is how the lineup is looking. Now, it's not perfect. I need a third line centerman. Now, we have too many wingers, so I think, unfortunately, someone's going to have to go. I need to figure out what I'm going to do here. I don't want Jay Beagle on the third line. I need someone a little bit better. So I think I'm going to package up Oscar Sundqvist and I guess Mirko Mueller for somewhat of a third line center. I don't know. I probably should have dealt with that in free agency, but I had the goal set in my mind that we were going to end up trading for another second line centerman, so I didn't want to get too crazy. But here's how the top six looks. The top six is totally fine. Chubby, Sundqvist, and Killorn, it has to change. Basically, our entire bottom six kind of has to be rearranged. Defensively, looking real good. Thomas Hickey there with Mike Green, who I guess is like a poor man's Adam Larson. But we got a first. What am I worried about? Bowen Byram and Luke Shen right there. And then Jacob Markstrom and JT. So Jeremy Tamlin went down 1 overall, down to an 84. So no one scratched. That's all good to go. Our AHL team is looking nasty. We're all good to go. In the pipes, we got Ian Scott, who's now 71 overall, which is good news. I mean, Hiroyuki's faceoffs are 71. They're not terrible for a 19-year-old kid. I could go ahead and throw him. I could put him in the middle. I don't know. What do you guys think? That still kind of doesn't solve my problem. It would have to go something like this, I guess. Killer on the second line. I wish I could throw Chubby up there, but I don't want to overplay him. He's already dropped to a medium top six. So, I don't know. I'm going to leave it with you guys. What do you think we should do? Defensively, we're all good to go. AHL team is good to go. We're all ready to go. We just kind of got to worry about that third line center issue or a second line winger. But Michael Dalgol with 7 games played in the preseason, 11 points. How are ya? Thanks for coming out. So in the next video, we're going to start off the regular season. Actually, you know what? We're going to get the first game done because obviously it's against the Blues. They are just coming off of a Stanley Cup championship. And of course, they are the expansion nemesis. So of course, we're going to get game 1 done. We have to do it. So let's go here. They won their first game. We are in their home arena, the Enterprise Center, St. Louis, Missouri. Let's go. First period. 1-0. Jesper Fast, baby, scores 49 seconds in. Period number 2. All right, they tied up. Alex Dean. So we started Big Germ again, even though I have Markstrom as the starting goalie. I have no idea. Braden Shen with a big goal against his old team. You love to see it. Again, you guys have to keep track. Oh my God. Tarasenko comes right back, scores a big goal, tying it up. Robert Thomas. No. We're outshooting them like crazy, which is a first for our team. We never outshoot anyone, but it looks like we're going to drop this game unless something crazy happens. Too little, too late. Jeremy Tamlin, Big Germ, again, kind of letting us down. Not super pumped on that. Okay, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. The kind of a longer one. Again, let me know what you think we should do about our little forward issue. Now, why did Big Germ get the start? Because, yeah, Markstrom is definitely the starter. I'll never understand that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.